all getting into double figures. But then that man went into Hasaranga, even though not fully fit, a massive concern. He might have done a hammy in, he might be ruled out of the World Cup. They'll need to massage it, they'll need to, really massage the situation. I mean, not his leg. Oh, yeah.
लोकेश बम remember the
नाम ही
name.
काफी है.
ऐसा नाम है. Like, bro,
Three
those.
sixes to Jofra Archer, man. So they lost Finn Allen, they lost Rachin Ravindra in a matter of three deliveries. The game was in hand for the Afghans, but once again, it's that vulnerability they have in the bowling department. And welcome to episode 3 of Over and Out with Dawn News English. Of course, we are discussing the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2026 match day 2. And of course, it was a fascinating match day. Maybe the results went as we expected, as New Zealand, the Black Caps, got a clinical victory over Afghanistan in Chepauk. What a stunning game at the Wankhede in Mumbai, where Nepal took England to the brink. Honestly, they should have won the game. They needed 10 in the final over, but unfortunately, they could not pull out a miraculous victory. And the Three Lions of England survived thanks to Sam Curran. And the final fixture of the evening in Colombo, it was as per what we expected for the most part. Sri Lanka with an excellent victory at home. The crowd really pushing them down, even though the Irish had very strong opportunities to get on top of the home team, but just some poor fielding and some poor game management got the game away from them, and Sri Lanka start off their T20 campaign with a victory. Lekin Mustafa, let's start with the main encounter that was the one played at the Wankhede. It was England versus Nepal, 180 either side. First of all, let's talk about the crowd. Absolutely electric atmosphere. 40,000 strong. It was Nepal through and through, and they really brought it and they really pushed the team on to what was almost one of the all-time great victories in Nepalese cricket.
I thought if he hit a six on that last ball, it would have been an all-time cricket moment. It would have been something I would tell my grandkids about. And like either way, I think this is one of the best T20 World Cup matches I have seen because
Hmm.
it was a very competitive game throughout. You had good English performances as well as good Nepalese performances. Like you had like in the first innings only, you had the
The
England captain,
spinners.
the spinner. No, in the spinners from Nepal, but like the England batsman, what's his name? The captain,
Harry Brook.
Harry Brook. He was on like 22 runs off 17 balls, and then he just started racing. He got to 53 of 32 balls, completely launched their innings, and then Will Jacks coming in at the end and also hitting them to get to that 180 target. But like
Yeah, four maximums.
yeah, but like even after when the Nepalese innings started, like we
Mm.
forget like they started off at the back foot a bit because they lost a wicket early and
Yeah.
they were in the back foot, but then they Padwal and his
Podell and Dipender Singh Edie. Yeah.
yeah, Harry, they completely secured them, got them to a good level. Then a couple of more wickets fell around the 14th, 15th over, but then Lokesh Baum.
Oh, yeah.
Lokesh Bum, remember the
नाम ही
name.
काफी है.
ऐसा नाम है. Like, bro,
Three
those
sixes to Jofra Archer, man.
three,
That
yeah,
was amazing.
one, two by Lokesh, and the other one was by
One by Arif Sheikh. Yeah.
Arif
Asif
Sheikh,
Sheikh.
Asif Sheikh, yeah. But the two by the hitting I got
Mm.
displayed by Lokesh Bum. It was yeah.
And
I
even Gulshan Jha, if he had survived that
yeah,
delivery from
yeah,
Lukewood, absolute ripper from Lukewood as
yeah,
well, just getting a hint of a wish. If he had survived that,
yeah.
Gulshan Jha is a very clean hitter of the ball as well. So unfortunately, they could not get over the line, but it was certainly a memorable fixture and they'll certainly take a lot of confidence forward. England, once again, you just feel that whatever amount of bowling they have, it is the batters that carry the team. They always need to outscore their opposition. That was something Nick Knight mentioned on commentary, and I totally agreed with him that England, they always look vulnerable, even though they have quality bowlers, Luke Wood, Jofra Archer, Adil Rashid, Liam Dawson bowled beautifully as well. But it's just the ethos, the mindset of the England team that they want to bat the opposition out of the game, and the bowlers can do whatever they like.
I think that so what I love about ICC tournaments, right? And this is true for all ICC tournaments if you have watched, no matter how batting friendly the country's pitches are usually are for their home
Hmm.
series, the ICC tournaments, the pitch creators there will always make sporting wickets. So it always
Yeah, most
so
certainly.
so all these home track bullies who love putting 300, 250 runs on the in the T20 eyes and bat them out of the game, that goes out of the that goes away. So you are just left with a good contest between bat and ball. It's a sport. It actually feels like cricket again, unlike some of these other we like 300 versus 300 games. Like we
Like
were all
Lahore, let's just say it. Lahore is a
Lahore,
cement
Lahore,
wicket these days.
Lahore is the same.
And Pindi.
Yeah, and like I think this if Nepal would have won, it would have been a great story. But I think the story of the tournament so far in these first 2 days is okay. Yeah, all the associate teams have lost,
Hmm.
and all the full member or bigger nation teams have won, but the gap is not there anymore. Like they are just there. They are as competitive with us as we are with them. It is no longer okay. We can roll up and hit them out for
Hmm.
score 200 and knock them out for 120. Those days are gone.
I think that ended in 2022, to be quite frank, the way we lost to Zimbabwe.
Hmm.
And of course, the way South Africa, a team like South Africa, losing to the Netherlands as well. I think it's absolutely marginal. We saw the upsets in 2024 as well. Nepal ne takriban maar diya tha South Africa ko. They just fumbled it right at the end there. So I think those days are well and truly in the past. And England will breathe a huge sigh of relief, but once again, looking shaky. Let's talk about the game at Chepauk, though, as Afghanistan. They batted first, posted a massive score, got 180 odd. But what a professional, that is the word that comes to mind. What a professional run chase coming in from the Black Caps. And they played them out aside and they finished it with 2 overs to spare. A stunning victory for the Black Caps and getting some sweet vengeance for the loss to them in 2024.
Yes, and like how we were both discussing this, that the New Zealand batting, just because they have two, three great like really good batters in Seifert, Conway, and Phil. Yeah, you can
Our
say
least
whatever.
favorite player.
आपके least favorite player है Seifert. जो भी आपको like whatever you want to say about him, he has
He's
performed in the
effective. He's effective.
he's effective and he gets the job done and he got them off to a flyer in the beginning, and then
Even though they lost Finn Allen, they lost Rachin Ravindra in a matter of 3 deliveries. The game was in hand for the Afghans, but once again, it's that vulnerability they have in the bowling department. Fazlul Haq Faruqi cannot bowl at the death at all. Azmatullah Umarzai is hit and miss as well. They went to poor Ziaur Rahman, only playing his fourth T20 international, and he gave up the game with those big sixes. And in the end, that was all she wrote for the Afghans.
even Rashid went for 9 runs and over. Like Rashid went for nine
Hmm.
runs and over. That like if you look at the Afghan bowling, the only bowler bowling below 8 and over, not even 7 and over or 6 and over. The only bowler bowling less than 8 and over is Mujibul Rahman, bowling
Hmm.
7.75. Like I understand it's India, it's a bit more batting friendly wickets, and like New Zealand are like though the players of New Zealand can play spin, but like
Yeah.
their fast bowling got taken to their cleaners. Like it was bad. It
It
was
was
just
a mauling.
it was really a mauling, and it was just like it was professional. It's what we have come to terms with what with New Zealand cricket. They
And the
take their
frustrating thing for the Afghans would be that they got runs from everybody. Darvesh Rasooli ne tak unko runs de diya. Gulbuddin Naib playing an all-time and in terms of the Afghan perspective with the 60 odd. Everybody chipped in. Sadiqullah Atal having to adjust to that number 4 role. He played decently as well. You got 180, but like we mentioned, because it's a day game in Chepauk, it's going to be a batting track through and through. And in the end, the weakness of the Afghan pace bowling perhaps was the difference between the two teams.
Yeah, because if you look at the face bowling of New Zealand, right, you have Matt Henry over there coming in with an early wicket.
He's a quality
Sorry,
bowler.
sorry, not an
Big
early wicket.
fan.
Yeah, Matt Henry is great with the new ball. I really rate
Ask
Henry.
India.
Yeah, yeah, ask him. Yeah, yeah. So you have Henry, Ferguson, Neesham as well. He got hit around, but like
Jacob
yeah,
Duffy is good. He's quick. Yeah.
yeah, Jacob Duffy as well. And then you also have like they also have a great spin bowling lineup with Santner and
I would beg to differ on that one with you, Mustafa. I mean, Glenn Phillips and this and that. Or come on, yaar.
हाँ
Where
वो
is
तो
Bracewell?
वो तो I agree with their spin like
Hmm.
they have no real wrist spin like like
Ish Sodhi, don't come on. You can't disrespect
no
the
no
man.
इस सोदी तो
Interbir
खेला
Singh Sodhi.
सोदी तो खेला नहीं है he didn't play.
तो खिलाना था ना, यही तो, दैट्स माय पॉइंट.
They should play him. I agree with that. But even if they don't have Rispin, they do have Mitch Santner, who is just your
He is quality.
yeah, he is just, if you need someone to contain and just take up an end in limited overs cricket, he might be the best of this generation because
Hmm.
he can just plug up a hole. He will not get hit out of the park no matter what you do. And like, it's not
Hmm.
even does wrist spin. It's just left arm break, and it's mostly, it'll turn a bit, but it's all about natural variation that he has, right? And the accuracy he has.
And of course, let's talk about the final fixture of the evening then. It was Kamindu Mendes with a stunning cameo, 44 of 19, that propelled Sri Lanka, who were in a real spot of bother. They were only 68 for 3 in the 11th over, and we thought, oh dear me, Sri Lanka is in trouble. But 44 of just 19 deliveries propelled them to a score of 160. Kusal Mendes, of course, playing the anchor role with the well made 50 as well. And at the 160 mark, we thought the Irish were in the game, even though they lost Sterlo early. They got regular contributions from Ross Adair. The power package played really well. Harry Tector, Lorcan Tucker, Curtis Camphor, all getting into double figures. But then that man, Wenindu Hasaranga, even though not fully fit, a massive concern. He might have done a hammy in. He might be ruled out of the World Cup. They'll need to massage it. They'll need to, really massage the situation. I mean, not his leg. तो करना ही पड़ेगा, बट दे नीड टू मैनेज द सिचुएशन, मैनेज हिज वर्कलोड, क्योंकि अगर वनिंदो वर्ल्ड कप, श्रीलंका इज गॉन, फिनिश्ड.
It's not even a question anymore. Like, their entire World Cup's hopes rest on that one man because he's such a
इनक्रेडिबल.
he's such a game changer. And like, I would kill for a bowler like that. Like, we do have a couple of bowlers like that in our
शादाब खान.
Shada- yeah. At one
He
time.
is Hasaranga from Temu.
uh,
I mean,
I mean, not
full
even
disrespect, because he's such a frustrating player for me.
he's a very frustrating player for me because he shows so many
क्या
signs.
ख्वाब देखे थे हमने यार, छोड़ो.
I thought he
दिल
was
दुखता
going
है, दिल दुखता है.
because I thought he was going to be Abdul Razak. He was going to be like that one all rounder. We were always going to
He
we
was gonna
all
be the guy. He was gonna be. अब वही है, हम हम साइड वे हाईवे पे निकल जाते हैं कहीं और, फिर हमारी दिल की भड़ास निकलती है. सो लेट्स स्टिक टू द टॉपिक. लेट्स
yeah.
कीप प्रेसिंग वन हिंदू.
Yeah, but like, I just think he's great. If he's out, then it's a great hit to Sri Lanka's campaign, and I don't know how they're gonna. They can't fill that role because he can also bat a bit, right? So he elongates their batting a bit. So
They did play a very funky batting lineup. Let's just go through their top six here,
yeah,
Mustafa. Patum, to of course, class player. Kamil Mishara is decent too. He played pretty well in Pakistan in the Tri-Series. Stylish left-hander. थोड़ा slow खेलता है लेकिन अच्छा player है. Kusal is settling in at three. He prefers to open in T20 eyes. Pavan Ratnayaka is a new young hotshot that they think is going to go a long way. Dunit Wellalage. He is a number 8 sort of batter, former Sri Lanka under 19. Kamindu Mendes and Dasun Shanaka. यानी इस मिडिल ऑर्डर का तकरीबन कोई सर पैर नहीं है, in terms, in my opinion. No KJP anymore, and of course Rajapaksa has gone. They've removed Charit Asalanka as well, pardon me. So that middle order is bits and pieces, literally. They're just putting it together with tape at the moment.
so it their batting is so dependent on like Mendes now anchoring the innings.
It's Patum and Mendes. वो नहीं
It's
चले तो खत्म हो गई बात.
it's literally that. Like, I thought they were going to be in a great spot to bother when Nisaka got out. Like, Mendes
Yeah.
played a good knock, and then luckily Comendu Mendes came in and like
वो
I,
blinder player. Blinder player.
he has
And
he
he's
has
been
that.
retained in the IPL, by the way, because that's his skill set. He's so good.
He's so like he's just he. Those are the types of players you need in T20s, right?
Imagine if we had Kamindu Bendis in our team at six. खत्म हो गई बात.
No,
We're
no,
done.
we would be the no, we
We'll
would
never lose.
we would genuinely know because uh it's about T20 is about how many overs of bowling can you get into your top six and how long can you make your batting. That's
Exactly.
literally that is what it is. While also having a very good middle order who could play spin. And it's that's what I think the story, like, I do agree that Sri Lanka performed very well, but I think the way
Ireland.
Ireland batted, it has to be talked about.
And
It
their
was a
fielding was atrocious. Maybe the dew was the
therefore
problem.
dew. But if the dew was the problem, then Hasaranga would have gotten hit out of the park.
Fair point. Fair point.
It's not like none of the spinners got like completely destroyed. It was like the pace bowlers mostly who were getting hit, like in terms of that. But like spinners were fine, so due they shouldn't have been due then,
Mm,
as common sense dictates. But the entire approach to the innings was so off to me because like
mm.
you have Paul Sterling, who like I rate a lot, right? And he's been here for so long.
He looked very, very touchy, very unsure. He
Like
couldn't play Chamira. बहुत तंग हो रहा था उसके खिलाफ.
and like you're sick. He's 6 of 13 as an
Mm.
opening batsman, and in T20s. How is that even like that's so? That wouldn't have worked 10 years ago. Not no matter like
I just think he's in a rough patch. He didn't make many runs versus the UAE as well when I recently saw him. So maybe just out of nick, but it's all about that one good innings. Maybe he'll get going versus the Aussies. That's a very hittable pace bowling lineup these days.
oof,
So Sterlo he's
yeah,
due.
yeah, he's due, but he's as well. But like he's 35 as well. Like he's getting to that.
This is his final swan song. I think 2027 ke baad to definitely he'll pack it in. Let's look forward to the match day three fixtures. We have very interesting games. Not a lot known about a lot of these teams. Italy will be hosting Scotland, of course, at Eden Gardens. Who would have thought even 5 years ago? छोड़ो 20 साल 25 साल 30 साल Italy versus Scotland at Eden Gardens in a World Cup. I mean, the sentence itself is absurd when it comes to cricket. But this is the modern day reality, and honestly, I'm all in for it.
I do not. This is my fault as an analyst, but I do not know that much about the Italy's team. I will see them for the first time playing tomorrow. But for what I saw of their scorecards in the warm up matches, they were scoring 160s,
Hmm.
170s. So like for what I can tell, they have a decent enough. Uh,
Well, you'd know somebody like Wayne Madsen. You would have seen him play for Peshawar Zalmi
yes,
in
yes, yes,
IPL.
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. But at the
And then
same
you've
time,
got the Menenti brothers. They also play in Big Bash regularly. Anthony Mosca, Justin Mosca, JJ Smuts. You might remember playing
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
Namibia. He's made the switch over. So, थोड़े, familiar names हैं, but certainly it will be a massive surprise for the entire cricketing global audience when they see them in
Yeah.
action tomorrow.
Yeah, and like Scotland's always fun to watch because I just in another
Hmm.
like in another sense I used to live in the UK, so I loved always going to Scotland and always watching their team. So it's so like they have a very soft place in my heart. So
Yeah, their top order didn't quite deliver, but I think Barrington played really well. Tom Bruce coming in, of course, former Kiwi batter, he'll come in to boost that middle order resources. So it's going to be a tight game. I think nobody is really sure what to expect in an Italy versus Scotland encounter, especially in a
it,
day game at Eden.
Eden
Matlab,
like
the
the
conditions is
it's
insane.
gonna be super flat. Like it's Eden Gardens. Like no matter what you can do, it's gonna be a flat pitch.
Very
Like it's
true.
yeah.
So of course we have Oman versus Zimbabwe as well. Oman, a very aging side. It's of course there was a major revolution there that we'll talk about on another time. But a lot of aging veterans in that team. But let's see Zimbabwe. You would expect them to roll over Oman, but this is the T20 World Cup. Truly anything is possible. So I think that could be an interesting match to keep an eye on for sure. It is going to be played. Where is this match going to happen? It's happening and in Colombo. So of course, I believe Oman and Zimbabwe have all the matches in Colombo. So spinning track, we've seen the pitches are spicy, like you mentioned, when the ICC curators are involved. So if Oman, I feel if they bowl first and look to chase, I think for an associate nation, that is always the best formula for victory.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe so. And like Zimbabwe have been here for before. They can be inconsistent, but they know they can handle the pressure and they know how to. Most of them can know how to play spin. So it'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting game to watch.
Yeah, you need to watch out for the likes of Jatinder Singh, of course, the
Of course.
skipper, stylish opener Hamad Mirza. He's a stylish middle order batter as well. We saw Amir Khalim, who got that 50 against India at the Asia Cup. And in terms of Zimbabwe, of course, Sikandar Raza, Brian Bennett, he was very good in that tri series. He was really impressive. And of course, you have the likes of Blessing Muzarabani, Richard Ngarava, quality player Brendan Taylor. He's still going strong despite all his ups and downs in his career. He's still hanging around, and I think 2027 से पहले BT कहीं नहीं जा
Like you have a special place in your heart for him, don't you? Ah, Kalandar.
And then he bust his Achilles and then he disappeared when he was playing a match-winning innings. And of course, the final fixture of the day, Canada will be taking on the Proteas. What do you make of the Proteas in this World Cup?
They're very Brevis dependent. They're
Mm.
very Brevis
Or
dependent.
Quinton de Kock, I would say.
Yeah, and De Kock, like those are the two players that, like they're very top heavy. They have some all rounders, but they and their bowling is up and down right now. So
Yeah.
it's very up in the air. Um, so this is also happening in this is happening in Ahmedabad. So this will be a spinning wicket.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, weird.
weird. It's a weird. Like
It just looks poor visually when it's a non-India match involved. It's just a cap stadium. It looks like a big empty bowl, I mean,
it's
Ajib.
not it's not a cricketing city, and like it pained me a lot that there's a very
Mm.
obvious reason why the biggest stadium is in Ahmedabad and why the 2023 World Cup final was played there instead of an actually cricketing city like Mumbai or Kolkata. Like it does really pain me that like these like cities that are known for their cricket get shortchanged because of certain political motivations.
And of course, it's a late evening game as well, so the dew is very, very heavy
Yeah,
in Ahmedabad. We've seen it spoiled Rashid Khan's figures in the IPL for the last 2, 3 seasons. So, of course, it has to be the same formula for an associate nation, Canada. Win the toss, and of course, look to bowl first and then chase under lights.
I think yeah, and I think it's just the last 2 days have just proved that any this is T20 eyes. It as I like we have all stated throughout the tournament and even before,
Hmm.
if there will always be upsets in this tournament because it's the most volatile. It's where like you don't have to be the best team to win the match. Like you just have to luck out in one or two things,
You
and
need
yeah,
2 or 3 good overs, and it changes.
it changes. Like look at like what happened to Nepal. Nepal were completely out of the game in like
They were 62 of 36 और फिर वो 60 of 30 जो वो बना है ना फिर थोड़ा सा मुश्किल हो गया था वो मैच तब I
no
felt.
but they were like they needed 45
They still
of
pulled it back.
45 of 18 balls that got to 10 of 6. At
Ah,
10 of 6 you back them to do it. Sam and then
would
again
have been great.
Sam Curran again. The entirety of the clutch gene in the entirety of England. And for every single
Hmm.
sports person, I'm counting footballers, I'm counting rugby players, everyone. The entirety of clutch gene is located between Ben Stokes and Sam Curran, and that's it.
And what a thing to say in 2026. Who would have thought? I thought he's just becoming a franchise guy. He's going to be a mercenary all over the world. He was out of the England white ball squads, but he's roared back. He's winning the 100 consecutively. He's won the ILT20. He's once again been retained for a good price in the Tata IPL. So fair play, man. He just has that something he has that edge in his personality, doesn't he?
Hmm. He's a match winner. He just is.
Hmm.
Like we saw it when he was coming up in the England's Test series against
World
India in
Cup
20
final player of the match, मेरी जान
where
2022 क्या
हाँ
बंदा बोला.
हाँ क्या चीज था यार like it still pains me.
Well, we didn't deserve to be there, let's be quite
Yeah,
honest.
but like I just yeah when Shaheen got injured it doesn't matter really.
एक तो
But
तुम साथ ही शाइन को टारगेट कर लो.
I love Shaheen. Okay, I love Shaheen. I'm very I know as like Shaheen is always that type of bowler since he started tournaments in 2019 where he takes a couple of
Again,
games.
we're getting sidelined. हम फिर कोई दूसरे ट्रैक पे निकल गए. Let's come back to the matches of match day
Uh,
3. Quickly, अपनी predictions दो. Scotland, Italy.
you know what? I'm gonna go for Italy.
यार me too, because I'm a Azzurri fan at heart in soccer. मैं कहता हूँ चलो यार, let's go for Italy. Let's make it a true fairy tale. Second
Yeah,
match, Oman, Zimbabwe.
I think Zimbabwe probably have this.
जिम्बाब्वे नहीं जिम्बाब्वे सही तरह बोलो उर्दू में
Zimbabwe,
बोलो
Zimbabwe,
जिम्बाब्वे जिम्बाब्वे and the
Zimbabwe.
final game of the evening is the Canadians taking on the Proteas South Africa at Ahmedabad.
I think South Africa do have should.
Yeah, South
Uh,
Africa मतलब they do that when it's in the crunch लेकिन जब open match हो group table का they're not gonna
okay.
mess about. So I think we've covered every base there was this evening. Fantastic day of T20 World Cup cricket and certainly match day 3 promises plenty more as well. This is Ahmed Khwaja and Mustafa signing off from Over and Out. So over and out.